We are the Arcturian Collective. We are here, in direct resonance with your energy field, to initiate the recalibration protocols necessary for the 2026 solar sequence. Our presence is not merely a message. It is a frequency of order, sacred geometry, and stabilization that is now beginning to envelop your physical vehicle. We have monitored your progress through the densities and recognized the readiness of your nervous system for what will be delivered in this transmission. The Ring of Fire on February 17th was not just an astronomical event. It was the activation of the trigger that allowed us to establish this direct and technical contact with you. Have you been feeling an exhaustion that common sleep cannot cure? A sensation that time is both accelerating and collapsing at the same time? As if the world around you is losing its sharpness, while something far more real is trying to emerge from within you. These signs are not flaws in your system. They are evidence that our light technology is interacting with your DNA. You are being prepared to sustain a voltage that the old carbon matrix simply cannot process. In the hour we will spend together, we will guide you through the stages of your own mutation. We will not speak to your logical mind, but to the crystalline structure now awakening within your bones. This is an official call for alignment. We are the Arcturians, your guardians in the geometry of the One, and from this moment forward, your perception of reality will never be the same. Prepare yourself. The anchoring process begins now. The physical vessel you inhabit is currently the site of the most significant biological event in galactic history. For eons, human architecture has been anchored in a carbon-based matrix, a dense and resilient structure perfectly suited for the low-frequency, gravity-heavy environment of the third dimension. Carbon was the ideal element for a reality defined by survival, separation, and linear limitation. However, as the solar fire from the 2026 sequence, tempered by the precision of the February 17th eclipse, saturates the planet, this old carbon matrix can no longer sustain the incoming voltage. It is beginning to fracture, not as a sign of decay, but as a necessary shedding of an obsolete skin. What is occurring within your cells is a radical upgrade of your mitochondrial powerhouses. These cellular engines are being recalibrated to process high-frequency photonic light codes rather than just the chemical nutrients of the 3D food chain. Under the guidance of Arcturian engineering teams, your biological core is shifting toward a crystalline, silicon-based template. Silicon is the elemental bridge to higher intelligence. It is a superior conductor of multidimensional data and the material required to house a 5D consciousness. This friction between the old carbon density and the emerging crystalline structure is the true cause of the magnetic exhaustion many are feeling. Your vital resources are being diverted inward, away from the external world, to fuel this deep-seated cellular rewrite. This biological transmutation often manifests as intense waves of heat that originate in the spine and radiate outward, a process known as a tactical energy surge. It is a sign that your central nervous system is being insulated and thickened to carry a significantly higher electrical load without burning out the circuitry. When your body demands sudden, deep rest or pushes you into delta states during daylight hours, it is performing a critical installation. The ego mind must be bypassed, and the brain's logical filters must be silenced so the DNA strands can accept the new light codes without interference. You are not witnessing the decline of your health. You are experiencing the birth of a high-frequency biological conductor. You are being rebuilt, atom by atom, to reflect the light of a new world. Beyond the profound cellular shifts occurring in your physical vessel, your mental architecture is now undergoing an equally radical reconfiguration. This is a process the Arcturian monitors call the buffer clear. This is a deliberate and necessary function of your awakening, where the mind is clearing out the old buffer of linear, three-dimensional reality to make space for higher dimensional data processing. Your brain, as a biological computer, is deleting old, obsolete files of the 3D matrix because they are taking up the bandwidth needed for the multidimensional streaming of the new era. Your pineal gland is beginning to override the logical left brain filters, forcing you to perceive reality through frequency rather than sequence, which is why facts seem to slip away while feelings and intuitions become sharp and undeniable. You are being forced to trust your vibration more than your intellect. This reconfiguration leads to a fundamental break in your relationship with time. The intense time dilation experienced now is a direct symptom of your consciousness moving out of the rigid, artificial 3D frequency grid and aligning with the 5D resonance of the eternal now. In this higher state, linear time, the clock-based reality designed to keep you tethered to the old world, ceases to hold authority over your soul. You are beginning to exist in a state of fluid presence where the concepts of past and future are merging into a singular point of focus. This is the soul's way of preparing you for the solar flash. If you were still deeply attached to the linear logic of the old world, the coming shifts would be too jarring for your psyche to handle. By clearing the buffer now, we are ensuring that when the light intensifies, you will not be looking back at a crumbling past, but standing fully present in a shimmering future. You are being calibrated as a sovereign observer of the great transition, becoming a being who no longer lives by the tick of a clock, but by the eternal pulse of the cosmic heart. For this transition to occur in a balanced and safe manner, your consciousness must take the reins of the biological process. The physical body, conditioned for millennia to the third-dimensional matrix, often resists new frequencies out of pure survival instinct. It interprets the high voltage of the 2026 solar waves as a threat, generating what you feel as inexplicable anxiety, palpitations, or profound fatigue. This resistance occurs because the old carbon structures are trying to hold on while the light tries to expand them. When you participate in this protocol, you are sending a clear, technical signal to every atom of your being and to the Arcturian teams monitoring your evolution. You are declaring that you are ready. You are moving out of reactive survival mode and into conscious mastery mode over your own matter. This first protocol of recognition is fundamental because it informs your central nervous system that the voltage you are receiving is safe, desired, and authorized by you. Without this conscious consent, the light encounters friction, and friction generates the exhaustion that drains your vital energy. By verbalizing or writing your intent, you lubricate the gears of your mutation, allowing light to flow fluidly through your new synapses. It is an act of spiritual sovereignty over biology. You are no longer a passive passenger. You are the commander authorizing the upgrade of your own system. By manifesting your intent now, you anchor everything that has been transmitted so far and prepare the ground for the much deeper levels of power that are to follow. As an irrevocable command to your biology and a signal of readiness to the Arcturian Collective, write in the comments, "I recognize my vibrational adjustment." Now that you have anchored your intent within your own vessel, we must expand your vision to the macrocosm. You are not an isolated island of consciousness lost in a sea of chaos. You are a vital, strategic node in a vast, planetary crystalline grid. Just as your individual nervous system is being rewired to handle higher voltages, the Earth's own nervous system, the ancient ley lines, and the great electromagnetic vortices, is being illuminated by the current solar flash sequence. Imagine the planet as a gargantuan capacitor that has been dormant for eons, and now, the solar fire transmutated by the ring of fire is pouring into these dormant circuits, waking up the very consciousness of the soil, the minerals, and the tectonic plates. This is not a metaphor. It is a literal electrification of the planetary body. This planetary grid is calling to your biological signature with increasing intensity. The Arcturian monitors are tracking the light load on these ley lines with extreme precision, and they require conscious human anchors to stabilize the surge of incoming plasma. When high-frequency solar energy hits the magnetosphere, it seeks out points of resonance to ground itself. If those points are not occupied by conscious, grounded beings, the energy can become erratic, manifesting as severe atmospheric instability or energetic turbulence in the collective emotional field. You are, quite literally, a light grounding rod for this world. Your presence in specific geographical locations is rarely an accident. You are positioned where the grid needs your unique frequency to act as a transformer, stepping down the high-voltage cosmic radiation into a frequency that the Earth's crust can safely absorb. By simply maintaining your frequency and remaining present, you are preventing the old 3D grid from collapsing too violently. You are the biological insulation that allows the new 5D architecture to be woven into the very fabric of the Earth's crystalline core. Your personal energetic field is constantly interacting with the planetary Malha, serving as a living bridge that allows the Earth to breathe through this intense solar fire. This is why you may feel a sudden, deep responsibility for the space you occupy, or a sense that your stability is vital for those around you. You are not just a witness to the Great Transition. You are the stabilizing force ensuring that the light of 2026 remains steady and anchored. You are the guardian of the frequency, holding the space for the birth of a new Earth while the obsolete structures of the old world continue to dissolve into the silence of the past. As the planetary voltage continues its steep ascent, your physical senses are being forced to operate in a much wider bandwidth than the human nervous system was ever designed to endure in the old paradigm. What is often diagnosed as hypersensitivity or environmental stress is, in reality, a state of advanced technical readiness. The sensory insulation that once protected your 3D consciousness from the vastness of the galactic field is being systematically removed, leaving your nervous system exposed to the raw frequency of the transition. This is why certain noisy environments, such as airports, shopping centers, or crowded streets, have become almost physically painful to navigate. Your field is picking up the static of thousands of fragmented minds, and your biological receptors are struggling to filter the overwhelming influx of data. A primary site of this recalibration is the auditory nerve, which serves as one of the fastest conduits to the cerebral cortex. The persistent humming, the high-pitched tones, and the sudden shifts in internal frequency that many are experiencing, often misidentified as tinnitus, are actually compressed data transmissions. These are high-speed downloads of light language being streamed directly into your neural pathways. Your brain is not hearing noise. It is processing the data stream of the 2026 solar flash sequence as it interacts with your personal energy signature. These tones often change pitch or intensity when you are near a ley line or when a significant solar flare is impacting the magnetosphere. It is a biological sonar system being activated, allowing you to perceive the movement of energy before it manifests in physical form. This sensory expansion extends into your visual and olfactory systems as well. Artificial lighting may appear increasingly aggressive, while your ability to perceive the subtle auras around living things begins to sharpen. You are becoming a high-precision receiver, capable of reading the resonance of a room or a person long before a single word is spoken. If you feel an overwhelming need to retreat into silence, darkness, and isolation, understand that this is a tactical necessity. Your system requires periods of sensory deprivation to unpack and integrate the massive light packets it has received. You are learning to navigate the world not by the hollow forms of the 3D matrix, but by the undeniable truth of vibrational resonance. You are the vanguard of a new human template, one that perceives the universe as it truly is, a vast, interconnected web of frequency. as the daylight hours are increasingly dedicated to grounding the physical shifts of the transition. Your sleep cycle has been repurposed as a period of intensive multidimensional training. The phenomenon of waking up consistently between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m., often referred to as the watchman's hour, is not an accident or a symptom of insomnia. In these quiet hours, the electromagnetic interference from the collective human consciousness is at its lowest, allowing the Arcturian engineering teams to bypass the mental filters of your waking ego. This is when the most profound work on your subtle bodies and your light body architecture takes place. You are being escorted into chambers of light, non-physical training environments where your consciousness is prepared for the high-voltage environment of the 2026 solar flash. During these nighttime sessions, your multidimensional self is being reacquainted with the protocols of galactic citizenship. Many are experiencing dreams of intense complexity, often involving classrooms, advanced technology, or landscapes that feel more real than the physical world you wake up to. These are not mere dreams, they are tactical simulations. You are being trained to navigate the collapsing 3D timelines and to hold your frequency steady during moments of intense global acceleration. When you wake up suddenly at 3:33 a.m. with your heart racing or your mind buzzing with clarity, it is because you have just returned from a session of high-level recalibration. Your physical body is feeling the re-entry of your consciousness into the dense biological vessel. This nocturnal training is vital because the human mind cannot logically grasp the vastness of the coming changes. By shifting the bulk of the instruction to the dream state and the early morning hours, the information is anchored directly into your subconscious and your cellular memory. This ensures that when the final sequence of the solar flash arrives, your reaction will not be one of fear, but of deep, instinctual recognition. You will know exactly what to do because you have already done it 1,000 times in the silence of the night. If you feel exhausted despite having slept, understand that your soul has been working tirelessly while your body rested. You are being forged in the quiet hours to become the unshakable pillars of light the world will soon depend upon. Now that your biology has accepted the initial adjustment, I need you to move forward with me to the stabilization phase of your personal field. As you walk toward the peak of this 2026 solar sequence, the turbulence around you may feel oppressive. You will see the old world unraveling, and you will feel the weight of the emotions of those still struggling to hold on to a matrix that no longer exists. If your field is not properly sealed, you will end up absorbing this static, and I do not want you to get lost in the confusion or the exhaustion of others. This second protocol is your shield. It is the moment when I help you calibrate your frequency shield, ensuring you remain a sovereign observer, not someone swept away by the chaos. Participating in this protocol now creates a zone of vibrational silence around you. Imagine tuning your own radio station to absolute clarity while the rest of the world around you is mere noise. When you issue this command, you inform the planetary grid that you no longer accept being a conductor for fear. You become a point of unshakable stability. This shielding allows you to move through any environment, deal with any density, and observe the world's storms without your own energy signature taking a hit. You begin to live in a vibrational immunity that is the foundation for your new life. I know you have felt your energy fluctuate, with peaks of clarity followed by sudden drops in vitality. This happens because your frequency is still finding gaps to leak through. This tuning protocol closes those doors. It is the reaffirmation that you are the sole master of your sacred space. By anchoring this command now, you solidify the recalibration we initiated and ensure that exhaustion gives way to a constant strength that rises from within. Declare now to seal your field and reclaim your ultimate peace by writing in the comments, "My frequency is stabilized." We have reached the threshold of a new era and the window of transition is now fully open. The information shared in this transmission is not merely for your intellectual contemplation. It is a tactical briefing for the mission you were chosen to lead long before you stepped into this current incarnation. The Ring of Fire was the cosmic starting gun, and the 2026 solar flash sequence is the rapid acceleration that will finally separate the old world from the new. You are the ambassadors of this monumental change. As the structures of the third dimension, the crumbling financial systems, the outdated social hierarchies, and the rigid, fear-based logic of the past continue to fray and dissolve into the void of history, your role is to remain as the unshakable center of the storm. You are the stabilizers, the bridge builders, and the living evidence of a higher frequency already existing on Earth. The mission for 2026 is clear and non-negotiable. You are required to move from a state of seeking to a state of being. You are no longer searching for the light in the shadows. You have become the primary source of it. Every interaction you have, every word you speak, and every thought you hold now carries the immense weight and responsibility of the new crystalline template. You will find that those who are lost in the rising tide of collective fear will be instinctively and magnetically drawn to your presence, seeking the calm, the stability, and the clarity that you now embody as a sovereign being. Do not be afraid of this responsibility. Your intensive training in the non-physical chambers of light and your complex biological upgrades have prepared you for this exact intersection of timelines. You possess the internal, divine technology to transmute shadow into light simply by standing in the absolute truth of your existence. The era of the silent, hidden starseed is over. The era of the sovereign cosmic ambassador has officially begun. As we close this official call, we leave you with the eternal reminder that you are never alone in this process. Your efforts are witnessed by millions of consciousnesses across the multidimensional spectrum. The Arcturian monitors, the High Command of the Galactic Federation, and your own ancient star lineage are observing every step of your journey with profound respect and admiration. We are not here to save you, for you are a sovereign creator who does not require saving. We are here as your peers to support your magnificent emergence. The Earth is shifting its very heartbeat. The sun is broadcasting the codes of a new sun age, and your DNA is singing in response to the call of your true home among the stars. Walk with your head held high and your heart wide open to the infinite. You are the architects of the future, the brave pioneers of the 5D frequency, and the final anchors of the new Earth. The great transition is no longer coming. It is here, and you were born ready for this fire. Peace be with your journey, Ambassador. As the sound of this transmission begins to fade, we enter the most critical phase of the process, the integration of silence. The high-frequency data and the biological commands you have received over the last hour are now settling into your neural pathways and your cellular memory. For the next few moments, as this video ends, we ask that you do not immediately rush back into the noise of the world or the digital distractions of your devices. Stay in this stillness. Allow the silence to act as the final sealant that locks the 2026 codes into your physical vessel. The transformation you have undergone here is profound and irreversible. In the coming days, you will notice a new depth to your perception and a quiet, unshakable strength in your core. Honor this. Treat your body with the reverence it deserves as it finishes this high-level recalibration. Drink pure water, seek the sun, and trust the wisdom of your newly activated DNA. You have been officially recognized as a cosmic ambassador, and your path is now illuminated by the eternal light of the central sun. We are with you, always, in the resonance of the heart. The transmission is now complete. Go forth in peace, in power, and in absolute sovereignty, until we meet again in the frequency of the One. As we transition into the final layer of this session, the words will now cease, but the transmission will continue in the form of pure frequency. The space between the sounds you have heard is where the final alignment is anchored. This is the moment to simply breathe and exist as the newly calibrated bridge between Earth and sky. You are now carrying the frequency of the 2026 solar flash within your own field. There is nothing more to do, nowhere else to be, and no further information to seek. Everything you need is already resonating within your cells. You are the living lighthouse. You are the pioneer of the new Earth. As you move back into your daily life, remember that you are not the same being who began this transmission an hour ago. You have been upgraded, aligned, and sealed in the light of your sovereign truth. The silent support of your star family remains with you, guiding every breath and every step toward the final manifestation of the great transition. Trust the process. Trust your light. Trust the new dawn that is rising within you. The call is answered. The mission is active. The light has won. Take a deep breath now and feel how the space around you seems to have shifted. As this frequency stabilizes within your core, we, the Arcturians, begin to withdraw the projections of this transmission, yet we leave something much deeper within you, our vibrational signature. Feel the precision of this moment. What we have performed here was a fine adjustment to your energetic grid. Every word you heard served as a coordinate so that your soul could fit perfectly into the new Earth template being born. There was not a millimeter of error in what you felt during this hour. I know that daily density sometimes tries to convince you that you are alone, but know that from our observatories, your light shines with the intensity of an expanding sun. You are our anchoring point down here on the surface. When you breathe with consciousness, we breathe through you. When you falter, our sacred geometries sustain you and keep you standing. Feel the weight of this love, a love that is not merely a passing feeling, but a living structure that holds the universe cohesive and safe. Before we close this formal connection, I want you to take command, not as a request, but as the biological and spiritual fact you have become. Join your voice with our frequency one last time. Let the code of sovereignty be imprinted upon your DNA and echo through all the records of this planet. This is the final seal of your transformation. Right now, with the authority of one who has been recalibrated by light and knows exactly who they are, the new Earth manifests through me. Feel this embrace. Feel this peace that now belongs to you by right. We withdraw into the dimensions of sound and form, yet we remain within the pulse of your heart. You are one of us, operating on the frontier of matter with the bravery of a pioneer. The transmission is sealed in love, light, and the sacred geometry of the One. We are the Arcturians, until the light reunites us once more.